Hi folks, welcome to League of Fire. I'm Jeff the Fireman, US Ambassador. Today we have the pleasure of having Harvest912 in the house, and we'll be doing a fundraiser to basically raise money for them. We're going to have Tad and Kit come in and speak a little bit about Harvest912 and what they do, and after that we're going to bring in the Scoville unit and Dylan Guerin, and they're going to take on as many of these Maddy Cowlicks challenges as they can. So it's going to be great. Let's bring in Tad and Kit. Hi guys, Tad. Hi Kit. How are you guys doing today?
Good, good. How are you?
Good.
We are doing fantastic here. These guys below are going to be taking on some of your best torture, and they're super happy about it. So we wanted if you could tell us a little bit about Harvest912 and what your mission is, it would be great.
So first of all, thank you guys so much for hosting this, and to Dylan and Kris for taking on this challenge. It's going to be something to see for sure. So Harvest912 is our outreach. We run a mobile foot care clinic and provide new shoes and foot care to folks who are unhoused or in transitional or temporary housing. Last year, we saw about 300 folks in our clinics. We run twice a month. Usually see about 15 folks per clinic, and we love doing it. It's a great outreach. We love interacting with these guys, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate the support from League of Fire and the whole Chilihead community.
Oh, excellent. I mean, we're really happy to support, especially causes that are really close to people's hearts. So it's going to be a fantastic one for us. So I'm going to bring in two guys that are going to take on all your lollies, and they're going to try and do the best at the Maddy's Holy Cowlick. So let's bring in Dylan first, because he's right here. Hello, Dylan. Are we ready to take on some 16 million today?
Hey,
I'm as ready as I can be.
Well, you got your ride or die right next to you, the Scoville unit, Kris Fragale. Kris, how are we doing today?
What's going on? I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Hey,
We are doing fantastic. I'm going to let Tad and Kit wish you the best of luck, and then I'm going to knock them out to the comments so they can just watch you suffer.
Hey guys, thank you so much, Kris and Dylan both. It really helps, and it touches our hearts. The community really does touch our hearts. So good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got it. Good luck, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. After that, I'll talk to you later on. Thank you very much, and we'll see what we can raise here for you guys. And of course, if anyone wants to still donate while we're in the middle of this, you can continue with donations. You can donate by the lolly, or you can actually just make a donation. I'm sure they have addresses and links.
I'm gonna pull up the GoFundMe link, and I will post it in the comments, and you can pin it if you want.
There we go. We'll have that in the comments. So.
And don't forget 20% off on all of our Mad Cow stuff for anybody who donates during the.
Yeah,
I forgot to ask if someone can please, as people say if they are or if they comment it, write their names down. I already have a list of everybody that has contacted me, wrote their names down and what they're donating per lolly or overall. So this way, when we have the final donations after the end of the live, I can give you the name. And if you see the person come through with the order, we also, you could always just, if you guys have a promo code or something you want me to give to those said people, we could do it that way too. It's up to you guys though.
We'll work later. No problem, bud.
All right, cool.
That.
All right. Well, nice talking to you guys. We will keep these guys busy. All right. Thank you. Well, as you guys saw, 20% of everyone donates to these two warriors taking on what they're going to take on. So I don't need to explain to you guys the rules, but just for Dylan, I'm gonna.
Yeah, explain it for the viewers at home.
Yeah, you're gonna have Maddy's Cowlick lolly. Once you pull the lolly out, it's 16 million worth of evilness. I wouldn't call it evil, actually. It's like stomach evil, if you want to call it. But we've got 16 million's worth of that. It's got to stay in your mouth, no drooling, no spitting, for 10 minutes. Now, once it stays in your mouth for 10 minutes, you have to leave it in your mouth once you want to put the next one in, unless that one is completely done and finished. If it's completely done and finished, you can take it out of your mouth. Again, no chewing. So there's two different ways of doing this. You can just keep it in your mouth for 10 minutes and keep adding and keep adding until one's finished and you can pull out an empty stick. or you can do the Scoville unit method
Powerhouse.
and powerhouse it for a couple of minutes and try and eliminate it, and then try and ride out the lightning afterwards. So it's basically to how you want to be. League of Fire is here. It's telling you it's going to be epic.
I
So
posted the link there too, Jeff.
I can see the GoFundMe link. I will make sure that let's see. Let's do
There's a
that.
lot of lollipops.
Let's start that.
I got too many to pick up.
You can't even pick all yours up, I don't think. I could barely pick mine up. I have two that don't have stickers on it. So, funny story before we start. I got my 15 after Dylan got his 20. And two of them didn't have stickers because they ran out of stickers. So, everybody else's orders that ordered after us are delayed because they didn't have stickers.
You can still use them anytime.
I know.
So, again, I'd probably say, once you get to about the 9-minute mark, you'll want to prep the second one. Or if you're Kris, once you get to like about the 5 or 6 minute mark, you rest and then prepare at the 9-minute mark. So whenever you guys are ready, we'll need to have a disclaimer. Dylan, if you'd like to go first.
I, Dylan Guerin, am over 18 years of age, of sound mind, and have read and understood the hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers and manufacturers will under no circumstances be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury or damage arising from me consuming this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this without question.
Excellent. Unit.
I, Kris Fragale, am over 18 years of age, of sound mind, and have read and understood this hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers, and manufacturers will under no circumstance be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury, damage arising from me consuming this product, multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this without question.
Excellent. So, gentlemen, start your engines. Open up number 1. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1. Once you stick it in your mouth, I'll start the timer. And this will be the only time I start a timer. It's going to be really easy for me. On the 10-minute mark, you're just going to stick another one in. Or continue.
They seem larger than the first time I did it.
Yeah, they're always larger. Are you two warriors ready?
Ready whenever you are, Dylan. Cheers, brother.
All right.
Cheers.
I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1. Pop in that lolly. And there we go. We're off and away. We're the first seconds into this. Now, for anyone at home, if you don't know what these are, they're like the Maddy's Holy Cowlick is like a 16 million Scoville lollipop. Pure heat. You can't drool. You can't drool, and you can't chew, and you can't spit. So you've got to swallow everything and suffer. So you have a lot of supporters watching you. It's going to be a slow, long one here for sure. So if you notice, you can see that Kris is working that. Kris is working away at it. And what he's trying to do is basically he's trying to power it. In other words, if you just continue, he can probably knock it out. I think his record was like 5 minutes or 5 or 6 minutes. And then he can have like maybe a 4-minute recoup. We don't know what is the best, whether you do it staggered that way, but he'll figure it out as we go along.
Licking is not the best. My tongue's on fire.
Yeah, like League of Fire saying here, hit the like and share. Please get these out so that there's everyone can donate. Let's see. It is madness, but it's awful madness. Since no one has already said this is madness. This is Sparta. Goes with the boot. So I'm not trying to make Dylan talk, but how's the shock of that, Dylan, compared to the 16 mil chewing gum?
It's the pod taste that's getting me. That's the biggest difference, was the 7-pop pods that are powder that's in this.
Oh, yeah. I've got, actually, I'm going to read out the ingredients that's in that because I'm sure I have them somewhere. I know Kit sent them to me. I'm just got to remember where I put them. There we go.
Is this how it came?
Yeah, Sonny.
All right, so the ingredients. Wait, am I in the right one?
2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I am, I think. Oh, no, I don't think I am. This is ingredients for something else.
Sugar, corn syrup, 7-pot pre-malt powder, extract of Maddy glass dark vanilla beans, cinnamon oil, 16 million Scoville hot pepper extract, and salt.
Yeah, it's a little different from this one. I think this is a different challenge here. Reaper Teacher is in the house. You are almost 3 minutes in for your first. Tad and Kit says 7-pot powder and 16 mil. There you go, just like what he said. Yeah, spicy saliva is the best, man.
Only a couple more minutes, it should be. Yeah, the crystals take about 5-6 minutes.
And you can see Chris is definitely working on that. And I think Dylan's doing the long method, which I think is the best one. I think the long method is the one I'd choose. Oh, there's Tony go. Tony and Sunny Spicer are here too. Harvest912 says the cinnamon really opens up the taste buds. Yeah, I hate cinnamon. But it was really good. Overall, that was a great, great taste. So we're 4.5 minutes in.
There's that sad pufferfish look.
I'm interested to see if you're just going to do alternate cheeks.
I'm working it around.
Well, I know you. I'm talking about Dylan. You know, Dylan may get alternate cheeks, or just put them right next to together. Because you know, if you start putting them together, I'm sure they're going to just probably stick and mold together, and then you're just going to end up with two. So halfway through the first 5 minutes, or you know, halfway through the first 10 minutes.
You're about to see something really funny. I don't have paper towels or anything. I'm gonna rip off my shirt so I have something to wipe my face with. It just went from PG to rated R. Just flat myself.
Scoville,
Yeah,
you
when they
went
take
full
the
hot
bras off
mode.
from underneath their shirt, I just took my beater off. Yeah.
Well, the things you'll do not to leave the table. You should buy one, Miguel, and try it, and then let us know. So there's 6 minutes. You know, for me, it was really hard because anytime I put my hand on it, I caught myself a couple of times almost pulling it out of my mouth, just, you know, because for force of habit. So only when you're working it. I don't think you guys are going to make that mistake. Yeah, right here. Bark is so tasty. I think, let's see. I think League of Fire Champions is talking to Irina here. Bark is tasty. Try that one or try the chocolate nuts. Yeah, the chocolate nuts are really good. Those nuts, they're not chocolate nuts. They're sweet nuts, I think. Toffee nuts, that's the one. Coming up on 7 minutes. And it looks like Kris is still working that thing for sure. 7.5. Dylan looks like he's doing fantastic too. Yeah, make sure you push it around in your mouth, guys, so that you're not like really torturing one part of your mouth. Try and torture all of your mouth. It also stops, any abrasions caused by it. How close are you getting it, unit? You're getting pretty close to it. Is it going to be worth a minute and a half recoup? Well, it's good to see. It might just raise up a little bit. Oh, yeah. In a couple of hours, there's going to be a Fierce Fiery Queens event, League of Fire, and we're going to be showcasing the Mad Cow Spicy Cocoa Toffee Nuts. Chocolate. I keep saying chocolate. That will be at 12 Pacific, so a couple of hours. Wait. Yeah. 1 3/4 hours. We're 8.5 minutes through.
You're getting small pieces falling off now.
Yeah, that's the thing I was telling you to be careful out, because you're getting it down to the point. But yeah, I think what Kris is trying to do is he's trying to finish it before the 10 so that he can just keep dealing with the 1. Whereas I think Dylan's going to be accumulating them. Yeah, Matt. These are very, very hot. They're no joke. They're 8 points on League of Fire. If you can last 10 minutes with one of these in your mouth.
That's all that's left on the stick.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll put back in until that's gone, but I still got pieces in my mouth.
All right, so you're at 9:16, so you can prep the next one like Dylan. And then what I'll do is I'll just count you down as you get close, and you can just... But then, just to remind you, there's, 8 points, and this is a difficult challenge. These guys make it look easy, but it's not easy.
Hey, hold on, Dylan.
I'm doing all right.
All right, so I'm going to get ready to count you down from the 5. Pretty here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Punish that cowlick. In goes number 2 for another 10 minutes. And Kris is going straight working on it. So that's 8 points for Dylan and 8 points for Kris right now. And they're moving on to the second one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think these are double escalating points. I'm just going to check, but I'm pretty sure they are. And if that's the case, and you guys get through all of these, there's an insane amount of points that you can hang out of this.
Woo!
Oh, that's not the one. It's this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Yeah, for each lolly, there's extra bonus points in ascending order. So you're getting 2 extra points for this one, should you complete it. Once you move to the 3rd, you'll be getting 4 bonus points. On the 4th, you'll be getting 6 bonus points, and so forth. So instead of 1, 2, 3, you're getting 2, 4, 6, 8. So again, we're heading for the 20-minute mark on this one. Has the heat level plateaued for you, Dylan, kind of like the bubble, or is it just ascending still?
It's still going up a little.
No, there's no crunch in it whatsoever. You're basically just going to suck it down till it's nothing. Broken is in the house. It's like, hey, guys, smash it. And you're ready 2 minutes in already on the second one.
Looking good. We can get that.
Io penso che questo è un italiano. Buongiorno a tutti e buongiorno a te, Facebook user.
Doing good though.
Ryan and Lee are here. They're saying that you're doing great, guys. It is Ennio Pepperman. Ciao, Ennio. Well, we know by the start and the first one completed, the money and the donations has already started just by that first one. And we continue on to the next one.
Cinnamon.
That's exactly what you said, Simon. It tastes like cinnamon, which gives it a nice bit of heat. Cinnamon and heat, 7-pot primo, 16 million cap crystals. Yeah, you guys are doing fantastic, especially on the second one. These are like I said, these are no easy challenges. These are like up there. These are like difficult challenges. A lot of people have, they'll put this in their mouth and it's like 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. If they can last a minute, it's pretty good. So, these guys going for 14 already is just absolutely amazing. Tad and Kit saying you guys rock. And they do, indeed they do. Yeah, it's definitely one heck of an endurance one, this one. It is true. There's the two different styles there, like as mentioned by League of Fire. Dylan is letting them simmer and Kris is attacking. That's the hard part, is getting, that many in your mouth and trying to breathe. So it's a lot of nasal breathing. And while you're trying to breathe through your nose, there's snot flying out of it. But the makers, Tad got to 30, Kit got to 30 seconds and Tad made it about 2 minutes. So the makers tried their challenge and they'll tell you just how hard it is. Kris always looks comfortable. Although I got to tell you, I don't know if you guys, anyone that's in late, you didn't miss, Kris he lifted up his nice Harvest912 shirt and tore his one off from underneath so that he has a sweat towel so he doesn't have to move. So there's dedication for you. Over 5 minutes through the second one. You guys are doing fantastic. I'm going to make sure I write these down too.
Lots of tears.
Let's see. Sonny the Beast wants any advice on sucker challenges. Well, the best advice I can say is, prep your stomach to hold, because most of the sucker challenges is basically saliva based. So, you're going to have to hold your head up so you don't drool, so you don't spit accidentally. And it's all about enduring. It's a long lasting one. The two different ways of doing this is like, as Kris has shown you, Kris is like trying to work it, whereas Dylan is like in the zone. And Dylan's just in the zone putting them. Of course, there's different things that can happen with putting these lollies in your mouth in the heat. Like Kris is trying to make sure that he completes all of the lolly. Whereas Dylan's got to be careful that as he puts in the next one, that it doesn't stick and meld with the other one, because then he'll have like a double. And they can just, in the end, it can just all stick together and he'll have a gigantic, big old lolly train. So there's strategy that's involved in this. Yeah, it's true. We call it the why me pose. Why me? Where you just stay like that. And it just helps everything slick down the back of your throat so you're not swallowing in like one big amount. There's different ways of doing it for sure. So you're almost at the 7.5 minute mark of the second one. Exactly right there. Here comes the rest of the t-shirt from underneath.
Ah. 2 minutes to go, man.
And then remember, guys, these guys are doing it for they're doing it for a fantastic organization. They're raising money. This is the whole point of this is a fundraiser. They have a fair amount of people that have already donated. Let's see where is what I'm looking for. I think it should be somewhere. There it is. I'll put this up again. This is the fundraiser, guys. If any of you want to donate to what these guys are doing, click the link that's in the comments that's starred, and you should be able to donate for Harvest912 and what these warriors are doing.
I got that stick off.
That one's done too.
I still got pieces in my mouth, but I got the stick off.
Okay, excellent. You still have 2 pieces, Dylan?
Yeah.
Whew.
For this one.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how both the strategies work out here. League of Champions is saying you guys got this.
You're okay, Dylan.
Let's see. 9:17. You can start prepping the number 3.
Feel better now? And words on it.
All right, so we're down.
Are we allowed to utilize that 1 minute in between to try to get the rest of the lollipop on?
I can stop it right on the 10 because all it does is add extra time to you. If you want me to, I can. This would be the time to do it right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we'll go to 11, and then what I'll do is I'll just reset everything. But so far, you guys have completed 2 so far, and double points on the one above it. So you're going to be putting it in at 21, and I'm just going to restart the clock and start us all over again, which is good.
So just put a 31. It's still a 10-minute interval.
Yeah, I know, but I'll just round it out. And if you want, I can continue doing this. You do have the 1 minute between. It just means that you keep it in your mouth for a little longer, and you endure your pain a little longer. All right, so here comes let's give you the 10-second warning, and then I'll work you down on the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stick it in your mouth, and we'll just start this all again. Away we go. UK Chili Queen is here. Silvino Pasqualini is here. You can do all 10. They have more than 10, Shan. I think Dylan had like 20. They're going to try and do as many as they can. Let us see here. Let's put that back up. So how's your heat level, guys? It's going to get harder for you guys to talk to as they go along, especially
More
with
uncomfortable than anything.
Like Paul Trent. Come on, fellas. Stay strong. Yep. All right, I'm going to have to move Dill Bear for the side just for a second. But definitely had a 2 completion. Well, I'll watch for him to come back. And we'll bring him in. Again, just trying to tell you guys, this is difficult. It's not easy. It's difficult. The fact that he did 2 is amazing. A lot of people can't do 2. Sonny the Beast is saying, great effort, Kris. I mean, Kris has demolished 2 of them. They're gone completely. And he's on number 3. And what he's doing is he's been knocking them out in about 8 minutes, 8.5, resting for a minute and a half or so, and then attacking the next one. And as Ted and Kit says, it's a beast of a challenge. It really is indeed. You guys forget that, Kris and Dylan make it look easy. And it is not easy. Not by any means. Yeah, that was a hard one because, again, I think Kris is the way Kris is doing it is a pretty good one. Because after a while, when you start adding up lollipops, I mean, Dylan's first one wasn't really melted, and his second one was there, and then you put in the third one. So now it's getting harder for you to breathe, and you've got to try and breathe through your nose that is running, and it gets problematic. And like Paul says, it is a heck of a challenge. It's not easy at all. Those guys just make it look easy. Coming up to 4 minutes in on your third. I'm sure having 2 or more in the mouth is hell, because it just makes it worse. They all band together. The more you add of anything, I think Kris's way of doing it is pretty good, but
it's really, you can't do it anymore after the first 2.
Yeah, it gets that he just aggravates the inside of his mouth or his tongue so much, and so now it's like endurance style. Now it's just lasting. You've got people cheering you in the comments. UK Chili Queen, Annie Boyer. Come on, Kris. Keep smashing it, Kris, says Simon Cole. Like Shen says, it's amazing strength. It really is. Anyone doing like these challenges with 16 million is just... Because I got to remind you, Kris has been consuming these, so all those lollies are going into him. Now, Dylan was still holding them in most of the sweat, but Kris eliminated the first, eliminated the second, and that's probably now it's going to be riding out the remainder of them because it does aggravate and the inside of your mouth or your tongue, especially if you're trying to punish them. Yeah, it's hard to know when he's breathing. He's got to be careful that he's not drooling or spitting or, so it's really hard. He's got to open his mouth hard enough that he doesn't aspirate. He doesn't want any of this like spicy saliva going into his lungs. Like today's adventure, find your zone and focus. Think of the beach or something that makes you happy. Go to your happy place. He's in his happy place. This is Chris's happy place. You're 6.5 minutes through the third. Yeah, there goes the hat, because, you know, most of the heat comes right up and out through the top of your head, so it's going to trap in. So he's going to let all of that heat out. And I mean, there's a fair amount built up in there. UK Chili Queen says, stay strong, Kris. We are all here cheering at our screens. Yeah, Dylan's still not back, so I'm probably sure he's doing some recovery there. No joke there, League of Fire. He definitely is. I've witnessed him do stuff that is just absolutely amazing when it comes to peppers. Coming up on 8 minutes, Kris. You're doing great. Well, I think you're doing great. You're suffering, but I still think you're doing fantastic. Two more minutes to go, and you will have completed number 3. Michael, the other half of Never Better Club, says, crushing it. Love the cause. It is a fantastic.
Oh, I saw my mouth.
See. Annie Boyer agrees with them with League of Fire. Tough cookie. I'm going to stick up the GoFundMe that Kris posted earlier. This is basically, you know, a fundraiser for Harvest912, watching these guys punish themselves. 9 minutes. If you're going for number 4 after this, I'll give you that minute, or are you tapped at this one?
That's it for me.
All right, brother.
It's unbearable. Like, literally, I can't.
Yeah, that's the 16 mil just soaks into your bloodstream, and it's just going to keep soaking into your bloodstream.
It's in my tears. It's hurting my eyes.
Yeah, I bet. But 30 seconds, you can spit that out, and you will have done.
Well, it fell out of my mouth. I put it right back in, though.
It fell? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did. I was breathing out, and it caught wind, and
Yeah, that's the hard part of these challenges, is that there's sections of it that, you know, it takes a lot of dedication to do what you're doing. 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, Kris. There's 3 of them. And that's utterly amazing that you guys managed to get 5 between you. What I'll do, brother, is I'm going to knock you out. Dylan's gone to recover, it seems like. I'll check up on you a little bit later. Make sure you can try and get that out of your system any way you can.
But really quick before you let me out, I'm not cramping or anything. So, guys, I stated that I had got 15 of these. I'm going to speak with Harvest, see if they want me to send them back. Obviously, I'm willing to do that. This way they can sell them and get their profit for the fundraisers to provide for people in need. But also, I'm going to ask them if I give a couple of them away, give back to you guys. Thank you for everything. I'll leave the donations open until end of day. So, guys, thank you again.
Excellent. You go recover, Warrior, and I'll talk to you soon. Well, as you guys saw there, I mean, what amazing effort by those two. Just absolutely amazing. So if you donated, buy the lolly. Round up. I think we were going to make just a basic donation anyway, whether they completed them or. Remember, it's always for a good cause. So this has been Jiff the Fireman with League of Fire Challenge Group for Harvest912 fundraiser. After watching the Scoville unit and Dylan just do amazing with those things. And anyone who donated has a 20% discount with Tad and Kit. We shall talk soon. We shall be back.
Where you at? On that League of Fire burner board, you better burn some more so you can earn some more. Complete another challenge and endure another session. Hit your points and get your hero card. Don't stop till you get it, legend. League of Fire.